Today we talked about being called to serve, which is a continuation from last week's calling to care. I had a couple of ahas when I was listening to today's service, because the reality is our understanding of serving is serving at a church. That's as far as serving for us goes, but it shouldn't be that way. What therefore should be our understanding of serving as congregants?
I love the verse that we used from Colossians, because that verse underscores what God's thinking of serving is. And that thinking is whatever you do it wholeheartedly. So it's not specifically in a church setting. It's not only when you are doing inverted commas godly things. The whole concept of serving is not a task from a Christian perspective, because being a servant is who we are. It's the mindset. We serve because that's what we do. It's in everything, and it changes the thinking behind it. It changes the heart. So I love the shift away from being task oriented. So I do a service task, then I'm serving. But in other things, I'm not. Whereas the Christian service thinking is everything that I do it wholeheartedly, because I'm doing it for a specific reason, and I want to be a servant.
There's a certain mindset, like you mentioned, to serving. For example, if you are under employment, you have roles and responsibilities, and there's an expectation of that for you to perform that. And most importantly, as the servant, the expectation is that you will get recognition for it, and you will be promoted, or you will get a 13th check or a performance-based check or promotion or bonus. What then should be the mentality of us Christians when we serve, in not expecting to gain something when we serve?
So the Christian employee should be the greatest employee out of everybody. And the reason for that is, if you're going to meet the expectations of your employer, of your roles and routines and responsibilities, whatever those might be, then you're going to get to that level. The Christian has the mindset of, I am serving not because I get paid, not because I'm going to get recognition. I am serving wholeheartedly in whatever I do because I'm doing it for the Lord and not for men. And that's the difference. And if our heart can truly be there, that we know that what I am doing, no matter how small, no matter how insignificant it might seem, because, and yes, the beautiful part is, if you're going to serve and you're going to look for worldly recognition, you're going to reach the ceiling, the level that they set. So there we go. If you serve and you do well, you do everything we tell you, that's your reward. What God says is, don't do it for men, do it for me. And where's his ceiling? Because he's able to prepare you so that you can do things in a way where he knows that it far exceeds what you could ever imagine. So you're doing it, not understanding. And that's what David and Goliath is. So David is doing the task that he's given. He has no clue about this guy from Gath by the name of Goliath, who is a monster of a man that he's going to face one day. And had he just done what was required of him, not doing it for the Lord, then he would never have fulfilled it. He would never have risen above being just a shepherd to being the champion of Israel in defeating Goliath.
What is your advice or suggestion for people who want to serve, and people who probably have various reasons why they don't serve in a church, in their own church, why they're not planted, and people who don't see their roles and responsibilities in their daily living as a form of service?
Is to serve where you are with what you have wholeheartedly. It doesn't matter the position. It doesn't matter the place. God is looking at the heart. And when your focus is on doing whatever it is that you're doing for him, there is nothing that is insignificant when it is done for the significance of the cause of Christ. because it brings a eternal and a divine purpose to some of the most mundane things, which then also means that there's no reason not to serve in the smallest possible ways. So whatever it is that you might be doing, you say to yourself, Lord, I'm doing this for you. Thank you for the opportunity. And when you're doing that, you're giving it your best, it's wholehearted, and ultimately God sees that because your heart is then changed. And much like the first week, when you care, who is it that's changed the most? Not the people that are the recipients of your care. It's you as the person who's giving it. And in exactly the same way, when you serve, the focus, strangely, is not on the task, it's not on the people that benefit from your service. The focus is actually on you because your heart is changed. And it is changed from being filled with pride and arrogance, where you feel entitlement, to one of humility and an attitude of servitude, where I am willing to give no matter what.
And lastly, Warren, how important is it to seek counsel, guidance, or suggestions from your fellow Christian members, church members as well, if you are not certain of how or where to serve?
So the book of Proverbs, really good book. We all should be reading it and going through it every single day. And as you do that, you will find that it says that the fool thinks that his own ways are right, and that the wise will seek counsel. So is it necessary to seek counsel? Absolutely. So it's not a case of us trying to do things for ourselves to get benefit or glory or recognition. It's to work together as the body of Christ and to say, whatever it is, how can I help? Where do you think I can help? It's not even a case of what are your gifts and abilities and talents. It's literally, can I move something? Can I pick something up? Can I stand and show people where to go? Just anything to serve, because it's not the task, it's the opportunity for us to have our hearts changed by having a mindset that says, I want to serve.